So I'm in the dashboard now and I need to go to GroovePages to create a website. And here I can see all the pages that I've already created. So I've already created this sales page for the Groove Member 101 Academy. But if you want to have a new page, you just go to New Site and then you choose one of these templates that you like. You can either go and say you want lead generation, small business, opt-in, or you can just scroll through it and see if you like one of the designs. And now we will go through the text that I wrote for the page. So I took the description that I had written for the membership site just to have a kind of an anchor point or something to start with. And then I wrote a headline, a subheadline, then some bullet points that describe like the benefits of the product. Then some more information about the Groove Member 101 Academy. And finally, just another call to action that people can join now and an about me part. These are the points that I will add now to the page. So let's go to the sales page. Now I added the headline. It's a little bit too big and too long. That's the subheadline. And on the right side, you can adjust different things. So there was too much space between the headline and the top. So I need to adjust the padding. Now I'm adding the section, the Groove Member 101 Academy, just describing what it is, its tutorials and more. Now I'm adding line items because I want to have bullet points. And there's too much space around it, so I just adjusted the padding and the margin, everything to 0. And now when I copy it and I remove the text, there is this delete button. Then I have my line items, so I can just add all the bullet points. And now I need to adjust the button. And when I adjust the button, when you increase the padding, then you increase the space between the text and the border. So I'm adjusting the outside space, so it would be the margin. And now I'm adjusting the About Me section. I will adjust the image too, but first of all, let's work on the text. So website tools, entrepreneurship and self-development. That are the topics that I'm interested in. The button is too much, so I just remove it. And I can copy the text and drag the text to the other box. Because I want to let people know what they can expect when they join the Groove Member 101 Academy. And now I'm going to the top and adding my colors. So here I can change the background to this background color. Oh yeah, that's always the mistake. You can't change the color here, but you need to go, I think you need to go, yeah, that's right. You need to go here, click on the color, and then down below you will see the code. Yeah, that's my green. Now I can see that this also has some kind of background, and I could either adjust the background to match the other background color or make the background transparent. Okay, I might also adjust the button color. I'll take the pink one. So I'll go here to the background to change that. Just click enter. Well, still not sure. Maybe. Oh, I'll leave it just for now. And I will add my logo here. And I think I also want to have my color here. Maybe I'll make it a little bit darker so that it's easier to read. Like that. And now I will change the logo and you need to go here to configure, and you can choose an image here. And if you want to change the text of the navigation, or maybe the text in this button, you just go to button and then here to configure. So we can say log in, and I will later link it to, well, actually I could do that now because I have created this one. That's the login. So I can select this URL and I'll update it. And now I save it. And one last thing I wanted to show you is how to adjust images. So let's say I want to put here my image in. Then I need to update it. And now I need to adjust the image. So I want to change the size. It's huge. All right, here's the size. And now to center the image, you need to take the box where the image is in, and then you go to layout, and then you can center it here. So let's put it back. And if you go to the image, you won't find anything in the layout here. So you need to select the box outside of the image. So I've adjusted a few things, some text, some spacing here on the side. I've changed all images. Then I changed the buttons. Well, actually, I thought I did. So that you have some effects when you hover over it, but we can do that pretty quickly. So when you go on the button and then you go to hover, you see which background. Here it's a little bit darker than the usual one. Then you click here on the circle and then you can copy this code. Now I'm going to this button and I need to go to the hover effect, background, and here on this round circle, and I can paste it here. You see the hover effect already works. Okay, so that was the button. I added a section about Groove with an image that is showing which other software the Groove apps can substitute. Actually, this is one thing that I'm not sure about. I wanted to take it out completely because the online starter kit is not ready yet. But I was thinking if I could take another tripwire, so offering people something when they put in their email address. And I have a tripwire that's like the 7 common mistakes of online course creators, but I'm not sure if that really fits in here. Well, I think it's better than nothing, because otherwise if I delete it, I will later on have to recreate it. So I prefer to offer what I have and change it later. So that's it. And then I've put in all the things that I can offer. So the academy, online courses, and support from my side. That's not my image because I don't have a good image made yet. So I will later on change that, but this is good for now. So I will add the links later on to the buttons. Then there is a short part about myself and what my mission is. And I will adjust the space a little bit. I think that's okay. Then I'm saving it. Yes, and I have created some pages. There are some legal pages that you need to have, like a privacy policy, terms of service, and a disclaimer. And when we take a look at one of the pages, I need to adjust all the designs. Later on, Groove will have an option to, or actually they already have it, because you can say that you want a global style. So you can go, for example, to the home page, to the header, you can give it a name. So you can say create a new style. You see that I have created one, the GM101 header, and then you need to go to one of the other pages, go to the header and to the global style, and then just choose your global style. So I created all the legal pages. Then I adjusted the footer. So I've put in my name, my company. I adjusted the links in the bottom, so the footer links. You just go to configure Then you say where it should link to, so you can choose if it should be a URL or if you want to link to a page. So I chose page, and then it is showing you all the pages that you created here. So I created 3 pages just by going here and saying clone it. Then you need to change the settings of the page. So when I'm here, I can say like edit settings. And then you need to change the page URL, so the thing that will come behind the slash of your domain. And you can give it a name because that makes it easier to find it later on. Now I have my legal pages also set up, so I can go back to the home page. And there's one last thing that I need to do before I can publish the page. I need to check how the page would look like on different devices. And you have all the devices here. So you can click through and just see if something is off. Maybe some buttons are not as they should be. And usually on the phone you need to adjust the headline because usually it's like too big. That's the same size as the headline on the website. So one very important thing, you need to switch off the slider here, because just when you switch it off, all the changes that you do on the page will just apply to this device. Otherwise, if they will be switched on, if you change something here, it would change on all devices. So we switch that off, and now we can adjust a few things. So the headline is too big, we can make it smaller, and I think it would look better centered. This text has some padding around that we can adjust. If you click here and here, you can adjust both paddings at once, which is very good. And I think we will also center that. And now we have too much spacing here above, so we will adjust the padding. And here's also a little bit too much padding. I think that's okay. And we can see if something else is off. So the buttons look good. I mean, you could center it a little bit more, but well, let's actually do that. So we can adjust the margin like that. Okay, the rest looks good. So now we can save it and we can see here you have still the big headline and here it is small. So I think the phone is looking good and we can check the other devices. Don't forget, switch it off. And now we can make the padding a little bit smaller, like that. I think that's looking okay. All right, let's switch it on again, save it. And I think now we can publish it. So I can say I want a custom domain and I want the root domain because this will be the home page. So when people come to my main domain, they will land on this page. And I want to publish the whole website. So not just this page, but all the legal pages too. Okay, published. And now we need to create a product page and connect it to this page. And we need to connect our email provider.